Before we get started, a quick reminder, if you love keeping up with your favorite shows and juicy TV theories, hit that subscribe button and make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Have you ever wondered what really happened to Riley in Fire Country? This show's third season finale left everyone on edge. Vince, Sharon, and Walter were trapped as a building collapsed around them, and the fate of the Leone family is up in the air. And what if losing Vince is the one twist that finally unravels the mystery that's haunted everyone since season one? The actors behind Vince and Gabriella have said their farewells, raising the stakes for what's next. Uh, Vince, in particular, always seemed to wear the weight of past events on his sleeve. His presence was the emotional anchor for the family and the source of unresolved conflict, especially with Baudet. If Vince doesn't make it out, his absence will echo through every character building on grief that's been smoldering since Riley's death. Bode and Vince's relationship was rocky from the start, especially when Bode returned as an inmate firefighter in season one. So, old wounds, mostly tied to Bode's struggles, and Vince's trust issues never quite healed, even as they tried and sometimes failed to patch things up. And behind all their arguments was the ghost of Riley, and a tension that always threatened to flare up when things got tough. And their story was sometimes about hope, Bodet's fight to stay sober and prove himself, but also about mistakes no one wanted to talk about. Even after moments of reconciliation, old patterns popped up. Vince warned Bode that he'd never be easy to handle, especially as age and illness started chipping away at his patience. The heartbreak of not resolving those feelings will haunt Bode if Vince dies before they ever really make peace. And then there's the matter of Luke Leone returning. Luke's return could stir up old memories for Bode, for better or worse. And back when Riley died, Luke was the one who stood by Bode, taking Vince's anger to spare his nephew. And with Vince gone, Luke's presence reminds Bode of what he lost and what he's never been able to say, and particularly about the way blame and grief shaped his relationship this far. The show's first season made it clear Vince could never fully forgive or connect with Bode after Riley's death, banishing him from Edgewater and staying angry even when Bode came home years later. The writers never really explained why that rift lasted so long, but if Luke steps in after Vince's death, it might finally force Bode to face that pain and talk about what's been buried for years. And watching Bode confront this tangled grief will likely be the emotional heart of the new season. With Vince gone, the loss of both his sister and his father might crash over him all at once, surfacing regrets he never dared admit. Maybe the answer to Riley's mystery isn't in a revelation, but in the aftermath, accepting that not all wounds can be healed. Luke's role is more interesting than it seemed at first. Sometimes painted as the other Leone, Luke has always been on the sidelines, often remembered for his flirtation with Sharon or his reluctance to stand up for the fire camp. And I like to have, but beneath that, moments revealed that Luke supported Bodhi, quietly getting him into firefighter training and noticing his struggles before anyone else did. If season 4 goes this way, there is space for both Luke and Bode to lean on each other. The loss of Vince leaves them with unfinished business, but it could bring them together as they try to help each other process what happened. It's not the closure anyone wanted, but it might be the catharsis these characters deserve. Um, and if that's not dramatic enough, just imagine the family group chat after all this. Will anyone dare bring up Thanksgiving dinner again? With that said, thanks for watching. And until next time,